starting from
we know you're
nothing,
female. That's been established.
My mother starting from nothing to something. She from below minimum wage to above minimum wage.
Okay.
And by herself, she did that all by herself. So
would she have been better off if she had a guy?
Yes, of course. But in those time periods when she needed the guy the most, she realized
so she needed a guy.
She needed a guy.
But you don't need a guy.
Obviously, my mom was so into a relationship where it's you put a certain degree and you put a certain degree and you make a house.
What are we talking about?
Where was this even going?
Like in a marriage, you need two people.
Are you still talking about 50-50? I want to bring Justin in on
you need
this.
you need
Justin,
a marriage.
there you go.
Justin,
I want half an hour of Justin Waller.
I'm giving you a layup.
How do you agree
Justin
into
Waller.
a marriage? You don't mind brain her. You don't mind wash her. You don't force her to agree anything. She chooses to agree to go what is she into. If you lay down that foundation of what she's getting into.
A woman cannot look up to a man who is her equal.
But okay, you said you're in favor of 50-50. Justin, your thoughts on 50-50 dynamic?
I don't believe in 50-50 dynamic. I believe a man should take care of a woman in every way, and I think that's what he gets to do.
And of
as
course,
a man.
and
when you come across a real man, you
mm-hmm.
will accept that because you'd be happy to be in his frame because you look up to him, you want to get behind him, you want to be on that ride he's going to take you on.
Exactly, but I also have a certain point.
Yes, but but I'll tell you, a man is not going to sit there and listen to you tell him your standards. Because
I'm not going to tell him my standards. I'm going to lay out a foundation of what I want in a relationship.
Just a sec, guys. Hold on.
Donated $200. Jarulna really cares about this woe is me backstory. You came from a broken home and you dunked your dignity in the dumpster because you decided to not get professional help for your mental issues. Godspeed.
Your response to Bads_EXE?
Mental issues are kind of shaky.
You have trust issues,
I have trust issues. Yes, of course I do. But then again, you can't breach.
Hold on, just a sec.
Mike Davis donated $200. I'm not gay, but I'd go gay for Waller. With his fiery red locks thrown in his face, and his piercing gaze that cuts through my soul like a sharpened blade. Ever since I discovered Waller, I got off Viagra.
Welcome to the Whatever podcast.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks, Mike, I think.
That's crazy. Hey, man, we're going to go to a Burger King afterwards, Mike, just for you, bro. Can you tell me where the nearest Burger King is, 24 hours?
Fuck, he owns 300 of them.
He owns 300. No, that was Mike Davis. Yeah, I think that was Mike Davis, wasn't it? That was Mike Davis.
Mike, you're in Miami, right?
Yeah.
Mike Davis, do you own any Burger Kings in Miami? Could he host you at the Burger King?
Sure, bro.
I mean, maybe after what he said, maybe not.
Yeah, that one's tough.
It might be tough. Sorry, we got two TTSs that came through, one right after the other. You guys were kind of having an exchange. Justin, did you want to come back in, or did you?
Go ahead.
No problem at all. I said what I had to say. I do believe that a man is going to want to take charge and control the relationship.
Of course. And
oftentimes I think that women, particularly ones like you that are going to be a bit more headstrong, they're going to want to hold on to their independence until they find a man that they find is worth letting go. What's really hard for a woman nowadays is to find a man worth the fuck enough for you to be able to let go. And I think that'll be one of your biggest challenges moving forward, particularly because how headstrong you are. And that's all I really have to say about it. If you find that right guy and he comes through and he's just like you, just everything that you think you want is no offense, not true. When that man walks into your life and you're going to be able to put a lot of walls down that you wouldn't previously be able to put down because the man is worth you being able to do it. And when you trust you can be inside his frame and you're safe inside of that, you will let go.
No, I absolutely agree.
So that's what you said was that she's going to have a hard time finding a guy because of how headstrong she is. So
But she's critical of men too.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
and
I
her
think
particularly, she's a little bit more boisterous,
I think
if I'm being
that
fair.
is something that gets in the way of me finding a guy because
What's that?
Because you're headstrong?
Yeah, because I'm
No, you're not. You're a sweetheart. You and her are two different
No, I'm
things.
really headstrong. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, I'm very independent. I have goals for myself. I think that comes off as intimidating to a lot of guys.
Why do you think that?
Well, that's my only assumption. I might be wrong, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I actually think it's the pipeline more than anything. Can I give you guys all a piece of advice? You can write this down. Do whatever with it you want. I would find a local chapter of the SPCA and start volunteering there. I would find as many soup kitchens and food pantries as I could and start volunteering there. I have found empathetic human beings are the ones that you probably want to be with, people who show a level of kindness. I throw charity events specifically for one of the reasons is generally people who are narcissists and psychopaths can't keep coming to charities where they don't get anything out of it. Wounded warriors, anything for underprivileged children. Shout out to the Midnight Mission in Los Angeles. Shout out to Operations Blankets of Love, a domestic abuse charity, anything like that. The people that are associated with that, I would not only would I try to meet other people I want to group with, but I would also invite a date on that. For me, frequently, it used to be my first date would be somebody that I was interested in. We'd go volunteer at a soup kitchen. We'd go volunteer at a food pantry. Because the reason why is like a lot of the times you guys are talking about like cruelty and a lack of empathy. I promise you that will work better than Tinder when it comes to personality if you guys started doing that. But I haven't heard any of you say that because your method by which you're meeting people tends to be solely online. And listen, I know Roland and I talk about this all the time. Instagram is the #1 dating app in the world. And I agree that it's the #1 dating app in the world, but it used to not be like that. I'm old, and I remember when it wasn't like that before. And so I would recommend you guys try some IRL stuff where you're actually volunteering and trying to serve other people. And when you find somebody else in that method, especially with your values as a Christian, I think you're going to be shocked at how awesome it is. And I don't mean just going to church. I mean finding someone else who's doing something for wounded warriors or especially for animal rescue. That is the catch-all for everyone. Everyone loves animal rescue. So that's what I would recommend for all of you guys. If you're having trouble finding someone who's compassionate or finding someone who's trustworthy, that's what I would do.
If I could just add to that, Michael, good chance you'll find a good guy at those places. You might also find someone who committed like a misdemeanor and they're doing community service hours. Just saying, just a caveat to Michael's thing.
And you might find a simp too. I mean, there's that risk, right?
There's that too,
Yeah.
right? There's that too.
There's a bit of psychopathy that works for love. There's such thing as dark love for sure.